with the video too, you had mentioned your dance background, and I remember thinking I always loved it when I would see the artists that could dance too. So, and you were dancing all throughout the video. So
That
what
was a
made
different type of dance they was trying to make me do. Now I should have been in there break dancing and popping and water wave and all of that. But they had me up there doing all kind of dances. But we had all type of dancers in that video. You know what I'm saying? He Brother Al, Alfonso, and Mike T, they was dancing. Then Mustafa and his two twin brothers were dancing. Prince Vincent and Hip Hop Force, they was in there dancing with a group. It was like 3-4 different groups on stage dancing while we doing this, doing all different routines. It was nuts, man. And people in the crowd just having fun, going crazy, man. Like I said, we was out on an island, man, in the freezing cold, people dancing, man. So yeah, that video, man, it was a good look. I definitely had fun doing it, even though it was work. It was tiring. And I think I slept a couple of days after we got finished filming that video. I just was out of it, man. It was like all day, like straight up working, constantly moving, things like that. But yeah, the dancing has always been a part of my history. Like I said, I was dancing before I started really MCing. But I wish we had all that footage, man. I would trade in my MCing career in a heartbeat to go back and relive our dancing career, because we was like at the top. Our group was at the top. We was winning all of the talent show, all of the big shows, Easter Sunday show, whatever. We had a reputation for seed us. Wherever we go, they like, oh, they here. You know what I'm saying? Our group was cold. Everyone had a specialty. You know what I mean? It was like the Avengers of this shit or something. It was nuts, man. So. But yeah, that's hip hop. That's living in hip hop, man. It's a part of it.
Yeah. And also when you get to the album, You Can't Hold Me Back, that was the intro of the video, was the intro of the album. You remember how you guys wanted to do it that way?
Yeah, man.
Which also plays off of Scarface too.
Yeah, I love Scarface. That was one of our favorite movies at the time. Yeah, it was just crazy just seeing that type of imagery on the screen at that time at our age. They went hard on Scarface, you know what I mean? Nowadays, that's commonplace. They do everything on a movie and all of that. People take it for granted. But back in '83, you just didn't see, just see that type of stuff going on the movie. Damn, you were shocked. You know what I'm saying? Like, what just happened? You know what I'm saying? Out cold. So yeah, we ran off of that, man. We, like I say, everyone used to try to talk like Tony Montana. You know what I'm saying? So it was just my turn to try to get it off, man. And I just always like that, man. Even when I'm still doing my shows, I use that music, like for my intro music. You know what I'm saying? Just to set a tone and a mood, letting people know, okay, it's time to come on, come on down here. It's about to set off right now. But yep, so had to get that Tony Montana impression on, man.
Okay. And then with the next single, with Frankly Speaking, you had the reprimanding all perpetrators, was what rap stood for. So so do you remember, like, when you come up with those things back in the day, or even now as you think about rhymes or writing or different things, like when you come up with stuff like that, what makes you go from doing it to then being like, I want to put that on a song for sure?
I mean, we are MCs, man. We like that. It's like we don't want to rehash. Sometimes we do. We'll say somebody else saying like just to like pay homage type of way or whatever. Not straight to like biting somebody's shit or something. Because we come from an era where that was totally you ain't even think about no shit like that. But today, whatever. But nah, man. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. It's hard to express, man. But my mind going a million miles an hour right now. I'm sitting here sipping on this half and half infused tea lemonade. This is called a Nephew Palmer. Shout out nephew from Detroit, DJ Vader, DJ Cage. Yeah, this is that 300 milligram RSO, 21 and older. But so yeah, if I'm feeling a little better as this interview go on, just because of this nephew Palmer right here.
There you go.
Very, very good.
Well, on frankly speaking, also, one of the things that helped me growing up in Maryland, being white and not being around the music industry per se, was stuff like when you're talking about not being caught up with racist, and it's really about, are you fake or authentic? So
Yeah.
back then, what made that so important that you wanted to put that in your rhymes?
It's always been important, man, because just racism and bigotry and all that bullshit is ignorance. You know what I'm saying? It's just like not knowing, and sometimes not even wanting to know. You know, make it even worse. Uh, just judging people just based on what they look like or whatever, man. We all know good people and bad people within our own race. It's not no one race is, oh, they're all good or they're all bad or they all do this, they all do that. That shit is ignorant, man. But so no, I just wanted to just represent that, man, because really that's what it boils down to, what type of person you are from your heart. And people can perpetrate, play a role. They can fool a lot of people. Some people are easily fooled. Some people are not. Some people can see straight through your bullshit. Some people they believe your bullshit. So people it's two different types of people. Can't just ride the fence. You know what I'm saying? You gotta strive for being good, or you just don't give a damn. You're gonna do whatever you want. I just do bad, do whatever you don't care. Yeah, that's a choice that you make when you know you're going against the grain. You're going against righteousness of what you're supposed to be doing. Helping people, teaching people, educating people, things like that. So yeah, I didn't really want to make nothing about race, and sometimes certain thing is about race. They show you that, and you gotta reflect on that or whatnot. But other than that, nah, yeah, just trying to make it universal, a universal type of thing, not just for us or this and that. Because hip hop is one thing that encompasses everybody. Music is for everybody anyway. It brings people together. I don't care if you know the language or you. It doesn't matter if it sounds good, got that right frequency and that right vibration for you. It's going to benefit. It's going to help you. You're going to, you know what I mean. You don't have to even understand the words that's being said or whatnot. But yeah, when you speak on the lyrics of frankly speaking, and it's kind of poignant nowadays too, because it's just like what Ice-T said, freedom of speech, but just watch what you say and all of that. It's just like frankly speaking, just watch your mouth. You know what I mean? You can't really say what you feel or you want to say, because the person is gonna get hurt and offended and all this shit, even if it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they don't want to hear that shit. Like I said, you can't handle the truth, right? They said in the movie. But frankly speaking, man, it's just like it's like truthfully speaking too. You know what I mean? Like not just saying shit because just you want to say it or whatever, but you got to have some substance behind, some meaning behind it, some not just you don't just say anything or whatever. The first thing coming to your mind, all of that. Think about what the shit you saying before you say this thing, and like that. But yeah, man. Frankly speaking, is for everybody, and it's like, and it was speaking on the topics back then as far as censorship and things like that. They was trying to make us do over the radio and all of that, but at the same time, right now, if you listen to the radio, it's like a porno or some shit. You know what I mean? And they're doing all type of killing and murder and drugs and sex and all this shit, and they didn't even want us to say damn or shit or whatever on the radio back then. And now they like, hey, yeah, go for it and all of this, but it's still you have to be cognizant of your audience and things like that. Because like I say, we older now, so it's not like, but at the same time, I don't want to say, because kids, I wouldn't even say kids nowadays is listening to what I'm talking about. I'm way beyond, I'm their great granddaddy, catalog. They out here listening to the guys out here now. And it's different. I would consider it. Everybody want to say, "Oh, that's not hip hop. That's not hip hop." You're right. It's pop music. It's popular. They want to be popular. They're not living the hip hop lifestyle. They're not following the traditions of hip hop. They're not following the rules of hip hop. So yeah, it's pop music, and it's their thing. So don't. It's not supposed to be what you. That's us now. That's ours. That's our stuff. We still got it. Ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? We can still embrace our era, but we can't expect the grandkids of to do the same thing that we wasn't doing the same thing our grandparents and them did. We did our own shit. So they do their own shit. Cool. They can do what they do. We do what we do. But still good to bridge the gap and have some type of history lesson every now and then to see, because it seemed like a lot more than not, the new artists don't really have a historical knowledge or background of hip hop that goes back to a degree where it was what we consider the golden age, or even the beginning. I don't care what music you study. If you say you're a student of it, you have to find out who are the best at it, who was one of the first at it, or whatever like that. You can't say, oh, I play the blues. And they say, well, yeah, man, what you think about Miles Davis? I don't know, Miles Davis. I wasn't born with the Miles Davis. That's old school. That's what you sound like you know what I'm saying? So you can't be saying you into this and that, and you don't know who so-and-so is, when it's like common knowledge and it's like part of the historical foundation of who opened the doors and laid the path and everything for you. So.
I want you to listen real close to me. I'm going to ask you some real simple questions, and I want some real simple answers. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
You said that you couldn't have possibly been at the crime scene at 11:15 because you were in the bookstore buying my audio book and my hardcover book at 11:15 when the crime scene occurred in Soren's book.
The History of Gangster Rap.
So you couldn't have been at the crime scene because you were buying the books.
Right. At 11:15, I was at the bookstore at 11:15, and when I bought the books and accidentally left them at the store.
So at 11:15, you couldn't have been at the crime scene because you were buying books, right?
At 11:15, when I was leaving, it was some people coming in, and I forgot to grab.
But you don't remember who
what they look
people,
like.
what they look like or nothing, right?
No.
So. At 12:15, you in the bookstore buying my audio book and hardcover book and Soren's book at 12:15, so you couldn't have been at the scene because you were buying the books, right?
Yeah, at 12, exactly, at 12:15 exactly, I was at the bookstore.
Now you see. You know you done fucked up.
Which
First you said you were at the bookstore at 11:15, and then you said it was 12:15. You know you done fucked up, man.
He fucked up.
Yeah, he fucked up. You fucked up.
Man, you confusing me, man.
So, you get my book, my audio book, 40 years in Soren's book, History of Gangster Rap, and if you don't, you know you done fucked up, right?
Man, the more those cops ask me questions, the more I wish I bought them motherfucking books.